24, I was the lowest paid guy on a 7-person prawn trawler in Australia's Gulf of Carpentaria. The longest shift I ever did was 52 hours, slept for 3 hours, worked for 42 hours, slept for 3 to 4 hours, and then did a 24-hour shift. I saw a guy put a stingray barb straight through his hand, come out the other side. I seen a guy almost lose his calf muscle from the back of his leg because his rope's wrapped around it. I almost lost these 2 fingers, but I strapped them back up with a paddle pop stick, got straight back to work. And I was out there for 2 to 3 months at a time. I had crew members that hated me just because I was a Pommy backpacker. It was a hard way to make good money. Did that on and off for about 2 years, and then went back to England around the GFC, which was a real kick in the nuts. The only job I got offered was night cleaner in a bottle shop. F that. Paul, who was a friend I met in Australia, who was a builder, he was also renovating a property in Sheffield. I said, I'll give you a hand, mate. For a day's work, he paid me in a pint of beer and a meal at Wetherspoons, which was about £7, about $14. But doing that Renault sparked something. While we were working, we said, how good would it be if this was our jobs, just to flip properties? But as time went on, I got itchy feet and wanted to leave England again. Heads Canada, tails New Zealand. Tails it was. My first week there, I joined a gym, met a guy called Paul, who was one of the owners, and he said, you're playing for my football team this afternoon, go buy some boots, my mate will pick you up at 1. His mate Troy walked into the house where I was renting a room like he was about to buy the place. On the way to the game, he said in his happy but humble way, I'd do a bit of property. Understatement of the year. Old mate was selling down hotel complexes. He became like a mentor to me, still is. I was freelance writing for business publications during the day, and I was painting rental properties for Troy in the evening. I rang Paul back in England. I was like, mate, you got to get over here. The city's fallen over, Christchurch needs builders, and I met some good roosters in this football team. 6 months later, he arrived. And everything we talked about in that dusty house in Sheffield actually came true. Set up a company called a REIT to do a few of these as-is, where-is properties that we've been learning how to fix. Paul being a builder, met engineers, figured it all out. Troy would finance them, Paul from the gym would meet the agents, and I set up a website and did the private deals. But everything changed when we advertised on the radio to buy these homes direct. Overnight, the business went crazy. We did over 250 buy, repair, sell, as-is, where-is projects, and even ended up on the front cover of Property Investor magazine. And because we spent a lot of money with these radio companies, they'd take you away on overseas trips every year with other business owners, and that's where Paul and I met Scott. After a few days in Argentina, he said, what do you 2 gypsies actually do in Christchurch? We said, mate, fly down, come take a look. So he did, and surprisingly, he liked what he saw. We took the respective emblems from our rugby jerseys, so the English rose, the Kiwi fern, Rosefern. Originally it was just set up to do as-is, where-is properties. Fast forward today, Rosefern's built and delivered over $200 million worth of property. Sometimes I just have to pinch myself. I arrived in New Zealand with 25 kilos of luggage, no networks, no money, and I've built and scaled this business with some really good friends.